Welcome to another video of Sonic Gazelle Pilot. We have a Cessna here at the airport of Tivat in Croatia. We are going to do a VFR flight today. That means visual flight rules. So we are not going to rely on instruments merely, but basically on features on the ground like trees, roads, mountains, and in this case, because it's near the seaside, the shoreline, the coastline of Croatia. If we have a look on VATSIM, we will see that Croatia is live, and we have ATC, which is area radar on a frequency of 130.000. In Navigraph charts, I have pre-planned a flight route. If I zoom in, you will see that we are going to do a whole of 22 nautical miles from Tivat in the south, over the bay, meeting the shoreline to Dubrovnik. And without much further ado, let's start up the airplane. So I will switch the fuel pump, get rid of the steering wheel so that I can put on the main battery and the alternator. I will put on the beacon light, the taxi landing light, the strobe light, and the navigation light. The mixture will be set to full, and I will put a little bit of throttle so that we can start up the engine. That we will pump some fuel to the engines by hitting the choke, the primer, and then we can actually ignite our plane. Let me get the steering wheel back, and then we will bring up VPilot. I have VPilot ready to connect with a call sign Oscar 8422. It's a type Cessna 152, and let's connect and see if we get the frequency of 130.0. Yes, that's India center. So I will already tune into 130.00. I will put it in standby so that we can connect as soon as we need to. That's 130.00. First thing that we have to do is file our flight plan. Now I have already opened the tab where we can file a flight plan, and you will see that we have Oscar 842, VFR flight rules, Cessna 152 aircraft type, light type aircraft. Equipment code is C152A. We have transponder A. That means that we have DME with C mode capability. Basically, that means that ATC can track our altitude and our horizontal speed. The departure is Tivat, the destination is Dubrovnik, and my alternate is also the original airport of Tivat. Time en route for 35 minutes, fuel endurance for 1 hour, and the route details, we are requesting VFR from Tivat to Dubrovnik. So we can file this flight plan, and the flight plan has been filed, so we are ready to talk to ATC. So I will tune in, and we will request flight clearance just in a minute. Area radar Oscar 842, radio check.
Oscar 8422, radio 5.
So we have clear communication. I write down on a paper that we can expect a runway, we can expect an altitude, we can expect the squawk, and what else can we expect? Maybe the QNH. So I'm ready to write this down. So I will ask VFR clearance. Adria radar, good evening. Oscar 842 is the Cessna 152 at ramp 14 in Tivat. Request VFR to Dubrovnik, flight following.
Oscar 8422, unfortunately in Europe we don't provide any flight following. Clearance is given at the holding point. I can offer you only startup.
clearance at the holding point. Can I have the squawk? Oscar 842.
You can have the squawk. It's VFR 7000. For the time being, startup approved. Runway 32 QNH 1014.
Squawk 7000, Oscar 842. So we can set the squawk to 7000 and put it on. He said that clearance would be given on the runway.
Center Ryanair 1 November Kilo.
Let me see what
Ryanair
runways
1
we have.
November Kilo, pass your message.
Oh,
Ryanair 1 November Kilo, we are at the Zagreb, stand Echo 2 requesting clearance to Brussels asphalt.
Ryanair 1 November Kilo, cleared to destination. Ported 1 Whiskey departure out of runway 04, initially 6000, squawk 1000.
Clear destination, ported 1 Whiskey departure, runway 04, initial 6000 and squawk 1000 for Ryanair 1 November Kilo.
Ryanair 1 November Kilo, ATC clearance copied correctly.
Adria Radar Serbia 13 Hotel requesting descent.
13 Hotel, descent 7000, QNH 1012.
7000 QNH 1012 Serbia 13 Hotel.
China X11 Hotel, we're back in the cockpit.
Welcome back.
Adria Radar, Oscar 842, request taxi to runway.
Oscar 8422, taxi holding point Bravo, runway 32.
Taxi holding point Bravo, runway 32, Oscar 842. Now let's have a look at
Croatia, Turkish 9,
holding
Charlie
point
Alpha,
Bravo.
sim crash on the ground at Podgorica Airport, clearance destination Istanbul.
Last station calling call sign?
Yeah, Turkish 9, Charlie Alpha, Podgorica Aerodrome.
So
Turkish 9,
we have to have
Charlie
their-
Alpha, stand by for clearance, I will call you back.
released the parking brake and
Turkish 9, Charlie Alpha, Mike Oscar Juliet, departures are given on ATC discretion only. Are you able to refile your flight plan with November India Kilo as a departure route or submit another flight plan?
Oh yeah, we can take that. Simbrief gave us the first initial flight plan.
Roger, refile your flight plan and call me back for clearance again.
Alright, much.
Adria Radar, Oscar 842, holding short, holding point Bravo at runway 32.
And Oscar 8422, cleared VFR flight to Dubrovnik. After departure, follow the coastline, 2,500 feet, QNH 1014, squawk 7000.
My apologies, I copy now. After departure, follow the coastline to Dubrovnik on 2,500 feet, QNH 1014, squawk 7000, Oscar 842.
Oscar 842, ATC clearance copied correctly, line up a backtrack runway 32, approved, call when ready for departure.
Line up and backtrack runway 32, Oscar 842.
Visual Malta 35 Charlie Whiskey, nothing further, monitor Unicom, bye bye.
Unicom, Visual Malta 2 Charlie Whiskey.
With a 123 radio check.
Visual 123, radio 5.
And Turkish 9, Charlie Alpha, we've refiled for the November India Kilo 1 Sierra departure.
Turkish November Charlie Alpha, that departure unfortunately won't work. Are you ready to copy ATC clearance? I will give you the correct one.
Yeah, that will work too. Simbrief will not give me the correct one. We have the verified nav on board.
I do understand, but I will not assign you that specific departure. It will be another one. Are you ready to copy clearance?
Yes, sir, we are.
Wizard 123, you don't have a valid flight plan, sir. Please check your flight plan and call me back.
Adria Radar, Oscar 8422, holding short runway 32 at Tivat.
Oscar 8422, clear for takeoff runway 32, wind calm.
Wind calm, cleared for takeoff, runway 32, Oscar 8422.
Adria Center, Taxi Charlie Alpha, ready for taxi.
With Air 12.
3 stations at once.
Adria Center, Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha, ready for taxi, runway 36.
Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha, taxi holding point runway 36.
Runway 36, holding point, Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha.
Wizard 23 Kilo Papa, descend to flight level 300.
Descending flight level 300, user 23 Kilo Papa.
Adria Radar, Dobry wieczór, Austrian 5 Charlie Uniform inbound Croatia, flight level 350.
Wizard 20 Echo Papa, good evening, Adria identified, break, Austrian 5 Charlie Uniform, good evening, Adria Radar, contact, descend to flight level 340 for your direction of flight, break, SBA 13 Hotel, contact tower, 118.1, bye-bye.
Tower 118, hvala, prijetno, 13 Hotel.
So we're going to follow
Adria
the
Radar,
coastline
confirm
through the bay.
340 for Austrian 5 Charlie Uniform.
I do confirm, or I can offer you 360, whichever you would like.
We can take 360 Austrian Team 5.
We trim the airplane so that we
5 Charlie
climb.
Uniform, climb 360 direct to boot.
With Air 123, request IFR clearance to Pristina.
And Wizard 123, you have an
continue
invalid
climbing
flight,
until we reach
submit a new flight
2,500
plan and
feet.
call me back. Break, your wings 225, descend to flight level 130.
Descending 130, your wings 225.
Ryanair 1 November Kilo, requesting taxi.
We have a look on
Ryanair 1 November Kilo,
charts.
taxi holding point Alpha, runway 04.
Alpha 04, Ryanair 1 November Kilo.
Wizard 23 Kilo Papa, contact Budapest 120.375.
Budapest 120.375, appreciated your ATC, thank you, bye-bye.
You too, sir, bye-bye.
And Austrian 5 Charlie Uniform, climbing 360, no booty direct, thanks.
Ryanair 73 Papa Mike, continue descent to flight level 110. Recleared Petak 3 Mike, arrival ILS 17.
We're reaching 2,500 feet.
Flight level 110 and Petak 3 Mike, request Arna 73 Papa Mike.
73 Papa Mike, only ILS
So I'm trimming
or
the airplane
visual,
so
sir.
that we stay level now.
Will be ILS 10, 73 Papa Mike.
Pass your message.
It will be ILS 10, 73 Papa Mike.
73 Papa Mike, according to the latest NOTA, ILS is not available in Tirana. I mean, I cannot approve you that. You can do whatever you want, as long as you follow the arrival.
Okay, you said can't, so, okay. We'll do Arnold runway 17, runway 73 Papa Mike.
Ryanair 4 Echo Yankee 122.030, bye-bye. Wizard 63 Kilo X-ray, descend to flight level 300.
Descend level 300, Wizard 63 Kilo X-ray.
And Wizard 63 Kilo X-ray, contact Budapest 120.375.
Budapest 120.375, thank you very much. Good night, Wizard 63 Kilo X-ray.
Wizard 7 Juliet Golf, is it possible to 5 minutes out of course, thank you.
How many minutes, sir?
5 minutes, 5.
Approved.
Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha, ready for takeoff, runway 36.
Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha, clear for takeoff, runway 36, wind calm.
Calm, runway 36, clear for takeoff, Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha.
Reduce the throttle a little.
Adria Radar, good evening. This is Turkish
Not overheat
478 at
engine.
flight level 340 inbound Babit.
Turkish 478, good evening, identified.
Perfectly at 2,500 feet.
Ryanair 73
Oh,
Papa
no, we
Mike,
are on
proceed direct to
1,500
Volby,
feet.
descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Volby, descending 4,000, 1014, Ryanair 73 Papa Mike.
73 Papa Mike, number 1 for arrival, no speed restriction.
We will go over the
Please speed Ryanair
mountain.
73 Papa Mike.
So let me
Ryanair 3 Victor Echo,
twin so that
continue
we go
descent
to
to flight level
2,500
130.
feet and not 1,500. Actually,
Continue
it's
descent flight level
quite
130,
easy in a
Ryanair
Cessna.
3
There's
Victor
not too
Echo.
many parameters to take account of.
Radar, good evening, Passenger 1013, flight level 370.
Pastor 1013, good evening, identified. Proceed direct to Pindo.
Proceed direct Pindo, Passenger 103.
Wizard 4 Yankee Lima, descend to flight level 300. Wizard 4 Yankee Lima, descend to flight level 300.
Descend to level 300, Wizard 4 Yankee Lima.
Good evening, Lufthansa 5910 at flight level 380, inbound Varna.
Lufthansa 5910, good evening, Adria Radar, identified.
So we have runway
Eurowings
29
225, Unicom, bye-bye.
11 at
Going to Unicom, thank you
Dubrovnik.
for your service. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir. Chenix 1 Hotel, descend now, flight level 330.
Level 330, Chenix 1.
It's beautiful
Wizard
here.
4 Yankee Lima, Budapest 120.375.
120.375, Wizard 4 Yankee Lima.
Tom Jet 9 Tango Foxtrot, nothing further, Unicom, bye.
Unicom, thank you very much.
We're reaching the coastline
It's Epsilon Juliet Golf, back at cockpit.
Welcome back.
and Dubrovnik will be about here.
Adria Olympic 323 request
What's your message, sir?
star for split, please.
Olympic 323, you can expect CPAL 1 uniform arrival.
Expect CPAL 1 uniform arrival. Thank you very much for Olympic 323.
Ryanair 73 Papa Mike via Volby cleared RMP 17, report on final track.
Volby cleared RMP runway 17 with report final Ryanair 73 Papa November.
Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha, radar contact, climb unrestricted, flight level 240.
Climb unrestricted, flight level 240, Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha.
Chenix 11 Hotel, nothing further, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
122.9, thank you.
Ryanair 1 November Kilo, ready for departure. Ryanair 1 November Kilo at runway 04, ready for departure.
Ryanair 1 November Kilo, clear for takeoff, runway 04, wind, com.
Clear for takeoff, runway 04, Ryanair 1 November Kilo.
Adria Radar, request runway in use at Dubrovnik.
And station calling, call sign.
Oscar 8422.
Oscar 8422, I can offer you both runway 29er and runway 11. Wind at the moment, 100 degrees, 8 knots.
Runway 11, please, Oscar 8422.
Oscar 8422, Roger, enter right hand traffic circuit for runway 11, 1000 feet above terrain. QNH Dubrovnik 1013, report base.
Enter right way traffic at 1000 feet, QNH 1013, report base Oscar 8422.
Air 20 Echo Papa, request higher.
And Vizer 20 Echo Papa, report requested level.
Requested level 370 with that 2 Echo Papa.
Vizer 20 Echo Papa, climb flight level 330 for now.
Climbing level 330 with that 2 Echo Papa.
So we have a right entry pattern. That means that we have to dip
Adria
our
Center
right
Pilot
wing
2927 with
to the
you,
right and
climbing
follow
for 6,000
clockwise
feet,
to
currently
Dubrovnik.
passing
We also
4,700
have to
feet.
descend to 1000
Tango Papa
feet.
Charlie 2927 identified, proceed direct to Barak, climb flight level 280.
Direct Barak, flight level 280 for power stop 2927.
Let me show that on
EGN
Navigraph charts.
781, fully released
We have
from
to
Adria,
enter
further monitor
this
Unicom
way.
12.8, bye.
Turn right
Unicom
at base,
to this flight,
report
section
base, and then
781,
turn right to runway
Runner
11.
73 Papa Mike, clear to land, runway 17, wind 120 degrees, 4 knots.
Cut runway 17, run 70 Pop Mike.
Runner 3 Victor Echo, descend to 4000 feet, QNH 1014. Runner 3 Victor Echo, descend to 4000 feet, QNH 1014.
QNH was 1014, so let me set that also.
Line 4 Echo Yankee, reaching point destination.
And you should call Bucharest 122.030.
122.030 for line 4 Echo Yankee, thanks, bye bye.
Ryanair 1 November Kilo, passing 2,700 feet.
So we have the airport to our right. We are flying
Station calling, call sign.
downwind on the left side
Ryanair
because
1
we're
November
doing
Kilo.
a right entry
Runner 1 November
circuit.
Kilo, radar contact, climb unrestricted flight level 300.
Descend to 1000
Unrestricted
feet
flight
now.
level 300 for Ryanair 1 November Kilo.
I'll extend the flaps. Which drastically reduces our speed.
Vizer Malta 8413, good evening, as we identified, follow Deaton 3 November arrival, RNP approach 35, descend to flight level 120 initially.
There's quite some wind here.
Vizer Malta 8413, report your indicated airspeed. Vizer Malta 8413, due to preceding traffic, reduce to minimum clean, please. Subia 37 Delta, identified direct Sussex, climb 190.
Is there other good evening, Vizer 1952 climbing 40.
Vizer 1952, good evening, climb 360.
Climb 360, Vizer 1952.
37 Delta, identified, climb 190 direct to Sussex.
Sussex 190, Serbia 37.
I'm still descending to 1000 feet. The runway is to the right there. We are flying parallel to the runway and we are going to dip our right wing tip to the right and report base soon.
Adria Radar, good evening, Alpine 325, Unipa 1 Whiskey departure, passing 3000 feet, climbing 5000 feet. Adria Radar, good evening, Alpine 325, passing 4000 feet for 5000 feet.
Alpine 325, good evening, identified, climb unrestricted level 370.
Climbing flight level 370, Alpine 325.
I think we need a little bit more thrust. Let's set it at 2400 per minute, so that we maintain an airspeed of 60 miles per hour.
Mr. Malta 8413, continue descent to 4000 feet on QNH 1014.
Continue to 4000 feet.
But it's good to take a wide turn, so we'll go further.
Mr. 441, Unicom by.
The base is far away enough from the
Monitor
air.
Unicom,
Straight.
1-2 Wizard 441, bye bye.
Mr. Malta 7 Alpha Golf, Unicom by.
Unicom 1-8, Wizard Malta 7 Alpha Golf, bye bye.
Radar, hello, Condor 3 Papa Whiskey, flight level 360.
Condor 3 Papa Whiskey, good evening, Adria Radar identified.
Aegean
7 Juliet Golf descent
inbound
to flight level 240.
Descent flight level 240, Wizard 7 Juliet Golf.
Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha, climb flight level 370.
Flight level 370, Turkish 9 Charlie Alpha.
The runway is there. We're still flying parallel to it.
Aegean 0305, good evening. I'm at 38,000 feet, inbound TAS.
Aegean 305 identified. Radar 3 Victor Echo, confirm descending to 4000 feet, sir?
Currently at flight level 130, we were cleared to 4000, Ryanair 3 Victor Echo.
Ryanair 3 Victor Echo, for what runway are you flying your arrival, sir?
Runway 35, Arnav approach, Ryanair 3 Victor Echo.
Ryanair 3 Victor Echo, roger. Descend to 4000 feet, QH 1014.
Adria Radar, Oscar 8422, joining base for runway 11 at Dubrovnik.
Oscar 22, clear to land, runway 11, wind 090 degrees, 7 knots.
Clear to land, thank you for ATC, Oscar 8422. The runway is on the right hand side, we are on the base leg, so we have to do one more turn.
Adria, good evening, please 194 Whiskey 340, 9 miles to Timis.
This 194 Whiskey, good evening, identified.
Let me climb a little. Sit a bit lower. And once the runway is to the right, we can take a right-hand turn and enter the final approach. We have been given clearance for landing.
Adria Center, Pilot Club 2927, any chance to get cleared for flight level 340?
Tango Papa Charlie 2927, vertical limit for flights arriving into Budapest is flight level 280.
Copy, thank you, Pilot Club 2927.
And 2927, you can contact Budapest on 120.375.
Or to Budapest for Pilot Club 2927, Charlie.
Sure.
Wizard 4316, radio check.
Wizard 4316, 325. Proceed Nisva, descent to flight level 170.
Wizard 4315, direct Nisva, descent flight level 170.
And there we have runway 11 in front of us.
3 Zulu 2500 climbing 6000.
It's a sunny
Yankee
day.
November Kilo the road, Adria Radar. Direct to Park, climb flight level 280.
Direct Park, climb flight level 280, Yankee November Kilo.
Western 265, possible request level 370.
Visa 20 Echo Papa, pass your message, sir.
Request flight level 370 if possible.
Visa 20 Echo Papa, climb 370.
Level 370 with 2 Echo Papa, thank you.
About at 60 miles an hour, that's a good landing speed. It's quite, I don't think it's wind, it's more like the heating of the air that gives turbulence.
Sky Travel 4422, good evening, identified.
Less turbulence here.
This is Malta 8413, clear to land runway 35 wind 120 degrees for knots.
So,
Ryder 1 November Kilo, contact Wien Radar 132.160.
132.160, Ryder 1 November Kilo, thank you, bye.
Sky Travel 4422, I said Adria Radar identified. SB 37 Delta follows Sosek 3 Hotel arrival. ILS Yankee 29er.
Serbia 37 Delta, any chance for RMP1?
Ryder 3 Victor Echo cleared RMP 35, report on final track number 2.
Report when on final track, RMP approach runway 35, Ryanair 3 Victor Echo.
Adria Radar Oscar 842, cleared runway 11 at Dubrovnik, request taxi.
Stand of choice.
Stand of choice, good evening, Oscar 842.
Wizard 7 Juliet Golf, proceed direct Sierra Kilo Juliet VOR, descend to flight level 160.
Descend level 160 and proceed direct Sierra Kilo Juliet, Wizard 7 Juliet Golf.
Yankee November Kilo, final level today, flight level 280 due to airspace restriction.
Copy, hvala, Yankee November.
And this brings us to Dubrovnik on a sunny day. We just need to taxi to our end runway, so it's really
Olympic 323, descend now, flight level 200.
great fun to fly VFR. It's
Olympic
less,
323, descend to flight level 200.
less stressful than flying in an airliner, and you can enjoy the landscape in a wonderful way. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this video, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Descent flight level 200 for Olympic 323.